Well, the importance for IoT in the health industry is very relevant because at the moment the industry is really transforming. The transformation is happening now. So what you will see is the fact that the people are more and more confronted with changes in how health is happening today. There's a huge cost pressure. Budgets are shrinking all the time. On the other hand, you will see as well that the demand for health services it becomes higher and higher due to the changes in demographics, due to the fact that people want to have more personalized experience. So things like personalized treatment paths and so on. So that is really important, and that is the change that we are seeing. And what you will see as well is a lot of new innovative technologies that are coming in. IoT is one of them. IoT combined with big data, of course. I mean, you cannot just capture events from IoT devices. You have to do something with it. You have to use the data. You have to analyze the data. You have to predict, in fact, also what will happen in the future with that patient based on the data that you've got from the past from your IoT devices. And in the end, what you really want is to become prescriptive, so that you have a clear pathway for your patient and how we can move forward in the treatment plan for that patient. If I look to IoT in health, in fact you can distinguish three different use cases. The three use cases that we have within the health industry are: the first one is remote patient monitoring. We are capturing information from devices. That can be professional devices, that can be also consumer devices like wearable technologies and so on. The second use case is all about predictive and personalized health experiences. So you take the data and you do something more with it, and you start predicting what is going on with that patient. And the third area is all about, you can call it smart buildings and all the equipment that you have within a hospital setting, for instance, and connect these devices towards the cloud and doing something with analytics and dashboards and so on. Let me give you a very specific example that I like very much. It is done at the NHS Pole Hospital in the UK. And in fact, what they are doing, they are capturing data from different devices, from wearable devices, to predict when an epilepsy seizure can happen with the patient. Can you imagine the impact of that? I mean, suddenly that patient has the ability to know that a seizure will going to happen in the next hours or so, and the physician has the possibility to impact that seizure by maybe changing last minute the medication that patient has to take. Or at least he can try to reduce the impact of such a seizure. So that is really what I understand under personalized health, really impacting directly the patient and the ability to live normal, in fact. There are a few challenges if you have to implement IoT in the health industry. The first one is the transformation itself and the speed that the transformation is happening. Not all the health providers are able to catch up at the moment because they are so busy in the day-to-day job, and all the new innovation that is coming is really demanding a lot from the organizations itself. So the IoT adoption should happen as smooth as possible, and it can grow organically. In fact, you can start with something small, a clear identified project, and then add additional services on top of that once that you have the baseline. The second challenge that I see in the health industry specifically is all about the protection of the patient data. Privacy is extremely important. So things like authentication, multi-factor authentication, things like security, connecting the devices secure, and so on. These things are critical. So every single provider that is doing something in the IoT space for health has to be completely transparent in what they are doing, how the patient data is handled, and so on. You will see also a certain demand from a compliance perspective. Specifically, if you want to deliver your services in the US, you know that HIPAA is extremely important. Well, Microsoft can cover many services under the Business Associates Agreement, also the services that are linked directly to IoT, which makes it extremely easy, in fact, for one of the suppliers towards this market to implement an IoT solution. based on our Microsoft platform. Well, I think being present on this show is critical for Microsoft. It is showcasing what our platform can do together with the partners. So it is not only about Microsoft. What you will see on the booth itself is in fact many of the partner solutions that are doing something on top of our platform within the different industries, not only in the health industry. But specifically for health, we are working together with two partners here on the show itself, on the test bed. One is Cognizant with a remote patient monitoring solution, and the other one is IOTWC, who has a solution for more the operation room. So very interesting solutions, and I really encourage everybody on this show to have a closer look to understand what these partners are doing on top of the Microsoft platform in the health industry specifically. This is a great show. It is the place to be, in fact, if you want to know something about IoT. Well, the three key things to keep in mind if you want to do IoT in health is, first of all, think outside of the hospital walls. IoT is happening everywhere. Your patients are everywhere. And the data is coming from everywhere. So cloud computing is the most optimal way to collect all this data, to use the big data, to get the insights, to do the analytics, to do the dashboarding, to do the machine learning, the artificial intelligence on top of this data to become predictive. Secondly, I think everything related to security and compliance is critical to implement an IoT solution. And last, I think the whole transformation that is happening in health, well, IoT is a fundamental building block for allowing this transformation. And start now. The transformation is happening now. Start now already with an IoT project. Start small and grow organically to really adopt the whole IoT implementations for doing that transformation.